Hey, everybody. Hey, happy Thursday, everybody. Lauren here, Mrs. Tomato Head. And this is my Thursday weekly show called Lauren's Tomato Awesome Sauce, where I talk about the 10-ish varieties I'm obsessed with each week. And it never fails. I have 10-ish, at least, every week. I will never run out of varieties to share with you guys. Sometimes I repeat, but not often. If I do repeat, it's usually for a reason. Like I've been looking, if you've been watching if you've been watching in the past, I started keeping a list of everything I've talked about and the date. So there's things on there. I started this show over a year ago. There's some things that I haven't talked about in almost a year. And I can't assume that all of you have watched every single episode. And even if you have watched every single episode, if I forgot that I talked about a variety, chances are you did too. Plus, we have new people showing up all the time. But I think everything today is new, except for one I'm going to mention and maybe show a picture of. But anyway, glad you're all here. Thanks for joining in for those of you watching live. If you're watching the recording, today is May 29th, 2025. And it happens to be the birthday of somebody very important to me and to other tomato heads in our group, Tomato Lovers Collective and Swap. And that is mine and Jen's co-admin, Kina. So happy birthday to you, Kina. Sure you're not watching. I know she was going out to dinner with her family, but maybe she'll catch the recording. We love you, Kina. I love you. I am so grateful for you and for everything you bring to our group and also your friendship with Jen. We are the Three Musketeers through and through. So everybody wish Kina a happy birthday. If it's your first time watching, and even if it's not, I have some great prizes to give away today, seed prizes. So all you have to do to win is type in #tomato. And at the end of the episode, I will do some random drawings. I've got 5 prizes from Sean at Bounty Hunter today. I placed an order with him. I got it in like lightning speed, as always happens with Sean at bountyhunterseeds.com. And he threw in a couple really nice size seed packets that he says for group. So, and that's not the first time that's happened. So thank you, Sean, if you are watching. And the varieties he's going to give away today through me, I'm talking about on the show today. And then I've got one of my own prizes too. And they're all things I'm talking about today. 2 of them I got from Sean. I ordered from him. So, what else? Let's say hi to everybody. Oh, wait, my shirt. So I'll talk about my garden tours in just a minute because it was a hot mess on Tuesday, but I have a way around it. So I was chosen to be a tank tester for Inspired Garden Life. This is their regular tank with our beautiful TLC logo. Just for perspective, if you do or don't like the size, this is a small, or no, might be an extra small. I think it's an extra small. So there's 3 tanks. For those of you that signed up to be tank testers, they sent us all 3 tank styles. There's the regular tank, there's the racerback tank, and then there's Comfort Colors, I think it's called. And Tim and Darylyn from Inspired Garden Life want to find out which ones we like and why. Next week, I shared this last week, but next week, starting on the first Thursday of the month, they will be, I want to say sponsoring the video because they're not paying me or anything like that. They're just going to be giving away prizes. And I'm more than happy to do that for them. For those of you that have had dealings with them, you will know they are the nicest, kindest people in the world. So what they are proposing to give away next week, I even went back to them. I'm like, this is too much. Like a couple free shirts and like gift cards. They really are just the most generous people. So make sure you watch. You have to be watching live next Thursday, which is, gosh, we're into June next week, aren't we? What's that? June, May, June 5th. June 5th. Oh, and we have got a Tomato Talk Live next Friday. I don't know if you're here, Jen. Boy, that came fast. So make sure you're watching next week. But for those of you that are trying to figure out which tank style to order, this is the regular one. Let me show you on their site here. By the way, if you're not familiar with what I'm talking about with Inspired Garden Life, they are these wonderful people that just they've got a t-shirt company and they're looking to do this in their retirement. They have a love of gardening, or Darylyn has a love of gardening. Tim has a love of making the shirts and seeing his wife happy. And we've just made this connection, which has been such a blessing the past couple of months. Go to inspiredgardenlife.com. They've given us a forever 15% off by using coupon TLC15. And then they've got a billion new tomato shirts, but I wanted to, I thought I had it pulled up. They've got V-necks now, and they're coming out with they already have long sleeve. Yeah, I mean, if you guys have been on the site, you know this is the most popular one, and for a reason. That is a beautiful, beautiful style, beautiful, beautiful colors, and that was the winning shirt when we did a poll a couple weeks ago from Malachite Jen. She put that idea in. I thought I had the tanks pulled up. But whatever, as long as you know that this particular one I'm wearing today, it's not the racerback and it's not the comfort colors. It's just a regular, what they call tank. Okay, you guys can do that. So anyway, join next week and we will give away a lot of things from Inspired Garden Life. Tim and Darylyn, I love you guys. Hope you guys are doing well. I'm not sure if they're watching today or not, but they were going to try to. And I love it. It's very soft. It's not going to stay white very long. I'm not sure what I was thinking, but I ordered a couple more black ones. But I do love it. It's nice and soft. And I love the colors too. All right, let's see who's here. Because I'm already, Sherman, not only were you first, it was 5 hours ago. Hey, Sherman. Sherman was historically the first to comment every week. And then he's been losing out to a few people lately. So I see he went in a little early, just a little, to be the first. Nice to see you, my friend. Hope your day of prep goes well. You will certainly never run out of show material with 10,000 to 30,000 varieties. I'm convinced that those numbers are very old because I don't know what I did. The comment's still here? Yeah. I don't know what I did. I think my hand brushed the mouse. How that kicks me off the air, I don't know, but it happens weekly. Now I don't remember what I was going to say. I don't remember. It's gone. Heidi, hubby ordered me that one as a surprise. That's so nice. And they're coming out with new youth sizes also. They're getting it ready for Father's Day. Not sure it will be ready for the show next Thursday. We're going to play it by ear. But so you can give dad and child, mom and child, grandmother and child, you can wear the same shirt. How cool is that? We need some baby tomato heads wearing some TLC shirts. They're not all, by the way, they're not all with Tomato Lovers Collective and Swap. There's all kinds of not only tomato designs, but all kinds of gardening things. So while I would love if you wore our logo, you certainly don't have to. If you're watching on YouTube or Instagram and aren't a member of the group, we've run it for almost 2 years. It's called Tomato Lovers Collective and Swap. It's a great way to learn, to have connection with others who really either love to grow tomatoes already or who are thinking of growing tomatoes. And there are no stupid questions, and we allow zero drama. So we would love to have you join Facebook just to be a member of our collective. Let me talk about the garden tours in a minute. So last year I did this Tomato Tour Tuesdays, and while my Wi-Fi in my yard is pretty terrible. I could at least usually get through the garden tour. That was not happening this Tuesday at all. I didn't even go that far from the house, but I live kind of out in the boondocks, and Wi-Fi just really stinks. Here in my house, it's hardwired. What do they call it? Ethernet. It's hardwired into the Ethernet, so I don't have problems. But outside with just my phone, I did. So what I'm going to do, as much as I hate to do it, this is the best solution. I'm going to pre-record them. I'm going to pre-record them same day, like hopefully just before. And I'm going to set a premiere, which means it won't air until the 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time that I would have done the live show. So the same time as what this show is, wherever you are in the world, it will run at the same time. And then I'll be watching with you all, and I can chat along with you, but it will be pre-recorded. And believe me, it's better this way. I had to go on like 2 or 3 times this week, and I'm babbling on, and everybody's like, you're frozen. So aggravating for you, aggravating for me, and the video quality will be better also. So I will start doing that this coming Tuesday. Thanks for all of you who were hanging in there with me this Tuesday. It is frustrating. I'd love to do live, but sometimes it just doesn't work out. And I'll be watching with you live, and we can chat. Hey, Jessica Jane, a serious relationship with tomatoes. Can't wait to get my hands on some of those shirts. They're really nice. I have a bunch of their t-shirts. All are very nice. The tees came, or the tanks came in for me on this past Tuesday, and it's only 3 of them, but actually 4 because I ordered another one. But I'm like, oh, these are really nice. They really know good quality shirts. And this one is Bella and Canva, which is my favorite t-shirt company. They're just nice and soft, and they wash up really well. Hi, Yvette. Thanks for being here. I'm missing a bunch of comments, aren't I? Hey, Drew, taking a gardening break. Humidity has increased. Oof. It's sunny outside now, but it was kind of gray today, and I was going to get outside, but honestly, Thursdays are devoted to getting ready for this show, which is fine. I love doing this show, and I like having the slides for all of us. So that's okay. Hey, Rowena, thanks for being here. Yes, happy birthday, Keena. Local said cute tank. Isn't it super cute? I love it. Blah, blah. Hi, blah, blah. Beautiful shirt. Looks awesome. Hi, Laquita. Thanks for being here. And Kristen, did I see a post from you showing your first tomato? Am I making that up? There's somebody whose name is similar to yours. Somebody named Kirsten, not Kristen. I forget which one of you put it. Maybe it wasn't you. But anyway, glad you're here. Welcome. Heidi. Extra small. I think I was born at least large. You silly girl. You act like you're 5,000 pounds or something. You're a cutie patootie. Thanks, Drew. That's nice. Hi, Missy. Oh. We're definitely keeping them too busy for retirement. We are. I swear I keep going back to Tim and Daryl, and I'm like, I want you guys to make some money here. Like, how much can you give away? And they're just amazing. You all know that who've ever placed an order with them or were tank tester. I think they had at least 61 last I heard, tank testers. Three tank tops. All we had to pay for was shipping. For me, it was $4.95. So it was a privilege. And we put it on social media. That's what they ask. I don't think that's too much to ask at all. And if you didn't want to do that, you didn't have to sign up. Let's see. Hey, Charlie. Nice to see you. I'm from Chicago. I've missed watching you. You're in Chicago right now, or you live in Chicago? Okay. This must be when I went off the air. Bueller. Well, at least you guys know I'm always coming back. Yes, as Sherman said, if you can please like this episode and subscribe to my channel, that would help a lot. If you like my channel, please tell a fellow tomato head friend that might enjoy it. That would be groovy. Leslie, hello everyone. Happy to finally be able to get my hands in the dirt. I know Rowena up in Canada is well into her way of planting, and I know it's been chilly up there. It's been a little chilly down here too this week. 60s, some high 50s. Nothing at night down into the danger zone though. I believe I finally finished planting. Well, technically I finished planting, but here's what's happening. I still have like 80 leftover seedlings of some good stuff. So I'm looking around my yard and saying, I could put this duplicate plant in a grow bag over there. If you watched on Tuesday, you know what I mean. So I'm doing that. So officially, I'm done. I have a lot of micros to pot, which that will take me a while. I'm growing a lot of micros. I actually brought some inside. My grow lights now they're all empty because everything's outside. So, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. I've got 12 grow lights just in this room. So I get my I've got these big trays, and then I put them in 1-gallon grow bags. This is one of mine. It's called Creamsicle Mini. It's an F3, I think. Yeah. And so I'll just grow them inside. It's been pretty bug-free lately, but that will change now that those are inside, I'm sure. Who else do we have here? Hey, Jerry, thanks for being here. It's going to be great. You'll be able to chat. Yeah, that will be nice. That will be nice. I do like being able to answer questions based on what you're seeing, but just can't do it. I don't know what the difference was this year versus last year, but it will be better in the long run. Leslie says, have the same problem. No cell service outside my house. To use a phone booster to use their phones. My wife doesn't go far from our house. We live in the middle of nowhere. Same. And I was telling Heidi that not only do I have a Wi-Fi booster that I have all set to go, so if I lose Wi-Fi, I can pick up somebody else. Not somebody else, but like other towers or whatever. I also downloaded an app last year that's called, I forget what it's called, but it's supposed to automatically kick you to another network. So it's not like I haven't tried. It's not like I'm technologically savvy, but I have tried with my little knowledge, and it doesn't work. I was wondering who Kennedy was. The autocorrect. I knew what you were saying. Hi, Tiffany. I bought 3 of the long sleeve shirts after already having short sleeves, and I love them. I have one right now. Yes, bacon lettuce, and this is a potato leaf. If you have planted, oh, here's Keena, the birthday girl. Hey, Keena. Happy birthday, my love. If you've planted out, let us know. If you still haven't been able to plant out because of your temperatures, let us know. And if you're still waiting for positive germination vibes on something that you really want to grow this year, and maybe you're just on the cusp of whether or not it's, you can still plant seeds. If you're still waiting, like that last shot, let us know and we'll send them your way. Hey, Darla. Thanks for being here. Harley's here, giving Keena birthday wishes. All right, I'm going to skip through. Hopefully I got everybody. Hey, Kenneth, it's been raining a lot here, and we have rain forecast all next week. Makes the plants happy, but makes it hard to fertilize. Yeah. By the way, I think last week we were talking about Epsom salts, and I said I was going to give them a try. I did. I did a foliar spray, and I also put some in the soil. It was too late to put in the hole, but I put some just dug in the soil around. So we shall see. I'm looking forward to it. I did a lot of research. Hey, Dennis. Nice to see you. We'll see how it works out. So many of you were saying it's a great thing that you do. So I'm certainly not above trying new things. I feel like even after 30 years, I love trying new things. You never know what will work and what won't. Um, I've planted eye candy twice and it never germinated. I don't know that variety. It sounds good though. Nicole, I need positive vibes on Metallica. One just popped up, but I want 3 for the grow out. Uh, which grow out is Metallica for? Is that a Blaine Horton one? I don't know. What would Metallica be for? Let us know. But whatever. We'll send positive germination vibes your way. Blah, blah. I don't use a fan with my indoor tomatoes. But, I mean, I don't go around and shake them. But when I go to water, I pick them up like I just had, and I put them under a sink. We've got a sink and a bathroom down here. So they do get a little bit, but I don't intentionally do any of that. Honestly, I've never had a production problem with them either. But they do get a little bit of action, but I don't with the fan. I'd have to have a million fans, and I don't have a million fans. Metallic is a great dwarf, beautiful, productive, and tasty. Yeah, I've grown it. It is a good one. Hi, Ramenta. Nice to see you. Oh, and Jessica, your Nano's meatball seeds germinated. All 3. Yay. Yay. I've got some extra seedlings of that. I think I'm going to bring one inside. I did grow one inside going into last winter for our micropalooza. And it did produce, not a lot, but I'm going to give it another try. Hey, Adrian, nice to see you. All right. What did I have to tell you? Anything else? Make sure if you don't have it on your calendar already, any of you on the East Coast or within driving distance of Carlisle, Pennsylvania, we're flying. Jen and I are going to do tomato tasting and seed swap on Friday, September 26th. And I think we've inspired others of you from around the world who some of you are coming to me saying you're looking to plan something in your area. So I think that's fantastic. If you can come to us, that would be great. But Jen and I wanted to give you guys as much notice as you can. Even if you can't bring your own tomatoes, come. We'll meet each other. You can taste some of our tomatoes, and then hopefully we have seeds prepackaged for any of the varieties you can like. You can go home with seeds. Missy, got most of mine planted out. Didn't realize I have a lot of wispy, droopy potato leaves. Should be a fun year. It's going to be an epic year. I remember us saying this last year, for those of you that were in the group last year. But man, I don't think, and it was an epic year. But some of the stuff we're all growing this year is just unbelievable. Ooh, Whamfish. New here, but close enough to join in Carlisle. Can't wait. Yes. Awesome sauce. I'm in Chicago. Yeah, it depends on how easily you can all travel and stuff too. We had people coming for our one last month from pretty far away, North Carolina and Rochester, New York. So those were pretty hefty trips, but it always also, of course, depends on a lot of things. Sometimes, you don't mind long car rides or flights or whatever. Other times it's more difficult. I know traveling for me can be difficult at times depending on how I'm feeling, so I totally get it. Oh, look, Cordaro and Ansel are here. Ansel and I filled another 2x4 bed yesterday. We needed one more since I filled most everything with tomatoes. Of course, as you should. What did you put in the new bed? Hi, Hector. Thanks for being here. Hi, Terry. Please turn that green thumb into a like. I appreciate that. Lauren, growing tomatoes is fun, but creating new varieties is even more fun. Wouldn't you agree? Yes, it is. And I know I can speak for Kina, if you're still watching Kina, who's newly dipping her toe in that area too. It is. I've got, well, I've been doing micros for a while now. I've got some that are, like I've got one in the F5, some F4s, and then, of course, even younger than that. But this is my first year of my F2s of my Malachite box and Dwarf Purple Heartthrob Cross. And I've got plants everywhere. Not as many as I should, but I probably have about 25 plants, and some of them I've squeezed them in together in a grow bag because I'm not necessarily looking for growth habit at this point. One of them, at least one of them is a dwarf, so that's exciting. But yes, I totally agree with you. I love getting these rare varieties from vendors and all of you guys, but man, it is so exciting seeing what you get when you're breeding. Okay, so let's talk some tomatoes. How did we do today? Well, I only talked for 30 minutes before getting some tomatoes. I've got some really exciting stuff to talk to you about. Last week, I think I left. Oh, let me check and make sure the giveaway tool is working. Okay, it's working. Last week I left off here. This is a variety called Cherokee Short Steak, bred by Dr. Conti Rowell and Steve Peters. These are being sold at Bene Seeds, which is the company that took over Fred Hempel's varieties when he passed away. They're a great, great company. And normally I would spread, they have a whole bunch of new ones. The first one I'm going to talk about is one of theirs too. Normally I would spread them out over various episodes, but in case any of you wanted to order any of these, I've put at least 3 or 4 of theirs from Bene Seeds into one episode. So if you were looking, because it's not cheap. They can be like $9 for a pack of maybe 25 seeds or something like that. But they have great quality seeds. They really do. So last week we talked about this Cherokee Short Steak, which is a smaller version of sort of like a Cherokee Purple that produces all season long. I've started seeds for that too. Jessica's so excited to be receiving Cherokee Short Steak from another really awesome member. That's nice. And Cordaro and Ansel are planting beans and squash, probably going to sneak in a tomato or two. I have one of the galvanized raised beds that I devote to peppers and a couple summer squash plants. I love summer squash. And it kind of kills me that I'm not putting tomatoes in there, I'll be honest. I've got 2 others that are just devoted to potatoes, but it's okay. I think I counted, we've got almost 200 plants, which pretty sure will be okay. So anyway, last week I left off on Cherokee Short Steak, and the first one I'm going to talk to you about today is also bred by Dr. Conti Rowell and Steve Peters, and seeds can be purchased at Bene Seeds, and it's called, oh, that's not right. Hang on. We'll get to that one. American Idol. Yes, there's a tomato called American Idol. This is a new introduction by Dr. Rowell and Steve Peters. You can get them at Bene Seeds. I know for some of you, the name is all it takes, a name like this, but let me tell you a little bit about it. Robust tomato variety developed by Dr. Conti Rowell and Steve Peters, known for its reliability and excellent production characteristics. It's a determinate variety that focuses on a concentrated period of fruit production, making it particularly suited for growers seeking a high yield within a defined harvest time, which is basically the definition of a determinate. If you're wondering what the difference between determinate and indeterminate, an indeterminate will continue producing normally throughout the summer until your first frost takes it down. A determinate variety produces, like it just said here, a lot, like everything, not necessarily on the same day, but within a set period of time. So this is a determinate. Its robust nature ensures firm fruits with resistance to common issues such as cracking and blossom end rot. The fruits weigh between 200 to 350 grams. They are known for their uniformity and appealing appearance, maturing at a consistent rate to facilitate harvesting. And for the flavor profile, it says they're celebrated for good flavor, combining a classic tomato taste with a firm texture that holds well both on the vine and after picking, making them versatile for both fresh consumption and culinary uses. And then I found more information from Oregon State, the horticulture division, and they say took 20 years of breeding work by Conti and Steve to go into this variety. I mean, these are primo breeders who obviously know what they're doing. Only 14% blossom end rot. I guess that's good. 14% seems a bit high to me, but I don't normally have much problem with blossom end rot. Perhaps you do. I know it happens a lot in the early seasons, especially with some Roma or paste varieties. I know alpaca was one of them, but eventually it grew out of it. So that's American Idol. I don't know if anybody ordered from Bene Seeds last week and you looked at everything else that they have. Missy has an American Idol growing now. Beautiful plant. That's exciting. Don't think I'm dropping those in soil for this year, but I just dropped like 3 more varieties into soil today that I got 2 of them in the mail today. One from a friend, one from an order. Hi, Mike. Glad you're here. South Louisiana. It's a yes for me. Kina, that looks so good. You're getting some, Kina. Not to worry. And so I'll be talking about 2 other varieties from them as the episode goes on. So if you're looking to place an order, I would hold off. Although, of course, you can just go on and see them yourself. There's some really good ones. But if you... Oh, where's my banner? I thought I'd put a banner up. Did I not? Bene Seeds. Maybe it was in a different studio. All right, hang on. It's just Bene, Bene, seeds.com. Okay, it's scrolling at the bottom. So this is from Bene Seeds. All right, the next one. Oops. A couple of weeks ago, I was talking to... we already did Cherokee short steak. A couple of weeks ago, I was talking to breeder Blaine Horton because I was putting together our breeder resource sheet for his varieties, and I wanted to make sure we got accurate info. So I was chatting with him, and I don't even remember how it came up, but he said, if you can get your hands on seeds for Red House freestanding, hang on to them tight, because he said it was totally a great tomato. That's all I needed to hear before I started my search. They're not easy to find. Sean at Bounty Hunter normally has them in stock. He does not have them in stock right now, but he's growing it again this year, and he will have more seeds in. So this is a dwarf and a red variety. These pictures are from all over. The one on the bottom right is Sean's from Bounty Hunter. I think the one on top of that is Croatian Seed Store. So if you can order from Croatian Seed Store, you can get your hands on them. And then the one on the left is from County Agricultural Agency from somewhere. So let's see about it. Tomato Faifu says it's a dwarf variety of around 70 centimeters, which is around 28 inches tall, compact, and very robust. I dropped seeds for this today. Oh, yes, I did. This is one of them. On a large stem, producing large fruits in relation to its size. Large, very dark green rugose foliage. The fruits are red, round, and slightly flattened, weighing 150 to 300 grams. Very good flavor with a good balance of sweet and sour. A good support is strongly recommended. Otherwise, the plant will break under the load of these fruits. Wow. You don't hear that every day with dwarfs. Some dwarfs you don't even really need to stake, but I have found that most of the ones I grow do. Nanos, meatball, not so much. That stays smaller, but this just tells you how many fruits are on this thing. Has anybody grown this, by the way? And this goes for anything that I'm talking about today. If you are growing it or if you have grown it, please let us know. We would love to hear. Alex says, Blaine advised me to grow Lady Madonna dwarf, and it turned out to be a super dwarf. Now that's one I haven't grown. I may have to do that. I feel like it goes on my list and then it falls off. Jessica said, I told my husband I was done germinating this year. He rolled his eyes at me. The audacity. Well, seriously, come on. More about red house freestanding. Note that there is some debate about its foliage. For some, it's regular leaf. For others, it's potato leaf. So both of those would be correct. Bounty Hunter, Shauna Bounty Hunter says this is a tree-type dwarf plant, a mid-season tomato plant his turned out to be regular leaf foliage. He calls it a semi-determinate. And then he says that means the plant will produce for a few weeks and then it will not produce anything. Then after not producing for a period of time, it will start yielding fruits again. A great dwarf tomato plant for container gardens. They yield 5 to 8 ounce fruits, which is a nice size for a dwarf for sure. Crack-resistant fruit, balanced taste. And Croatian Seed Store also agrees it's a semi-determinate. Excellent tomato for pots. Calling all my container gardening friends out there. Good production. Foliage is very dark green, and fruits are borne in clusters under the foliage close to the main stem. Excellent flavor. So that is Red House Freestanding. Has anybody grown this one? When Blaine told me that, I was very intrigued, and then I needed to get my hands on seeds, and a good friend sent me some. Somebody last week was saying that you feel bad because I give away a lot of seeds and I don't get as many back. That's actually, I was thinking about it today. Like just today, I got some really rare stuff in from people. So I don't feel that way at all, but it's very sweet of you to be concerned about me. I know my wish list is challenging because if I can find it to order it, I will. I'm really bad that way. Sometimes there are things I can't get here in the United States, but yes, believe me, a lot of what I'm growing this year are very, very, very rare gifts from members like you. So I appreciate that. Okay. Nobody's grown this one? Okay. Jocelyn says, wow, this one looks great. Adding to my list to find seeds. Good job. Oh, I forgot to mention, if you're just new to watching, make sure you have a notebook and a pen handy so you can write some things down and you can put it in the group in our Seed Seeking Saturday or our Most Wanted post. Okay, next one. How have I not talked about this one yet? If you're not aware, I have a bit of a obsession with varieties from Sofia Sakova this year. I did talk about this when I was doing my series on my grow list for this year. So you have seen it if you watch all of my videos. But I haven't talked about it on Lauren's Tomato Awesome Sauce or the next one, which is also one of hers. And I don't know why. I am growing this one this year, Green Heart of Sofia. Let me expand. As always, her varieties are like artwork. She and Bill Yoder have varieties that look like artwork. Look at that pink blush in the center. To die for. Sophia says it's an F6. Oh, I didn't put that on there. It's an F6. That means it's in the 6th generation, which also means it's not technically considered stable yet. It could split, as they call it, and have a different mutation when they're released, before like F8 series. But she didn't say anything about stability, actually. Height is 2 meters in a greenhouse, very productive. Fruits are emerald with a small nose with elongated hearts, weighing 200 to 300 grams. The pulp is marmalade, juicy, and sweet. I am growing this one this year. Who's growing this with me? Oh, Rach, I don't have anything special to share, but I am glad for newbies. I was able to share my seed orders finally. Please don't even concern yourself with that. We all started somewhere, every single one of us. So you will build up that collection before you know it. And believe me, nobody's keeping track of, gosh, all she does is take and she doesn't give, because we we all love giving more than we like receiving in our group. We just do. So we realize that people that give generally are just building up their collection. And I like to think that our group is good for building collections for the newcomer. So please don't even worry about it. Just rage. Some people will go to a seed vendor and order a couple packs of seeds just so they have some things to share. But you don't even need to do that with our stamp games and all of that. So not to worry. You'll have them soon with your and our group. Francis says, notebook or 437 Safari windows open when you're ordering seeds. You sound like me. Lori, I'm going to need a 3-ring binder for the 2026 grow list. I know it, right? Karen, just arrived, meaning Green Heart of Sofia? Did that just arrive? That's excellent. I have my Google Sheet open to type as you talk. All right, that works. Looks fantastic. Heart and green, I know. Kina's growing this, I know. This one is a monster growing tomato. Mine is really big already. Mine is 2. The ones I have of hers that are the biggest right now are Magic Rainbow, Triumph of Sofia. Both of those are very large, and this is up there too. My hearts from her, except for Victoria's Salute, my hearts from her aren't wispy like a lot of hearts. Is anybody else? Are you feeling that too, Kina? They're a little wispy, but not like super wispy like some other ox hearts are. Oh, well, it's true, Rach. I love to pay it forward. You're too sweet, Lauren. I appreciate you and the group. That's the thing. We all love paying it forward. And every single one of us started somewhere. We're honestly happy to see you build your collection and grow things that you're excited about. And eventually you'll have seeds. And that's super exciting. Jessica, we have a newbie. Jessica Benedek. I'm new today. Hello, Jessica. Please either email me or if you're in the group, private message me. I'd like to send you a little something. Let me give you my email address for being a newcomer. I don't check email as often as I should. So if you're in the group or on Facebook, you can private message me, but I will check the email. Welcome to our group of tomato heads. Nice to have you here. And I'm pretty sure we will get, if you're not already addicted to tomatoes, we will get you there in no time. Anybody else growing Green Heart of Sofia? Riverdale Gardens is here. Hi there. No, I just got here. Oh, okay. Maybe I misunderstood. Yeah, Kina. Yes, I agree. Not the worst wispy kind. Yeah, it's interesting. Other ox hearts I've grown have been super wispy where they almost look dead. Now, granted, my Victoria's Salute, 2 of them did die, like so many others, but Jen had really good luck with her, so she gave me 2 plants. Yeah. Just wasn't good for me. I know some of you out there, and I know Kina had the same issue. Don't know what it is. Don't know what happened. Jessica, you're getting a lot of welcomes here. See, we love you already. You're one of us. This is a good segue, Anna. You're growing White Heart of Sofia. Well, guess the other Sofia I haven't talked about yet. White Heart of Sofia. This one I'm not growing. And Kina put up a post in the group a couple weeks ago, like, which varieties are you having FOMO about, fear of missing out? And I was all cocky, and I'm like, no, I'm growing everything. Everything's good. I'm not regretting anything. And then I think about it more. That's a lie. I'm having FOMO for White Heart of Sofia, for sure. I am growing other whites that are exciting, and I figured White Heart of Sofia, those seeds I think are available. I got my seeds from Lux Tomatoes. they're available a little bit more. So I'm like, I'm growing 25 Sofias. So I'm like, all right, I won't do the white one this year. I'll do the green one because that one I know is not available. Alex says, my biggest expectation this season is the new Rebel Starfighter Bravado Dwarf by Russ Crowe. I've heard a lot of buzz about that. You'll have to keep us posted. By the way, if you guys don't subscribe to Alex's channel, Lucky Garden, you are missing out. He has the most beautiful cinematography. He puts so much production work into his episodes, and you will get so much. I've grown my grow lists over the years because of his. So make sure, if you're watching on YouTube, you can probably click on his name and then subscribe to his channel. Believe me, you will love them. And the version he does here, he does an English version, and then he's got another version for, what's the country? It's like, starts with a B, right? How can I forget, Alex? I'm so sorry. Oh my gosh. Anyway, he's got two channels, one in English and one not. You've got an extra one of this in the basement. Ugh. Oh, Haley, of course. Of course. I've got another white one to show you today. I'm growing White Heart of Sofia also, of course. Haley is I was going to say our white girl, but that didn't come out right. She loves white tomatoes. How is your Stella del Sol doing? I know it was a little small. Is it doing okay? Rach says, I find blood and bone meal in the hole, especially blood early on, helps strengthen the stems exponentially. My Hungarian heart has stems the size of 2 to 3 thumbs together. That's great. That's great. Jamie says, yeah, White Heart of Sofia is one I wish I was growing. I did not plant any whites. I grew a couple years ago, and I felt they were so mild that I kind of went off of them. But then I hear from so many of you, and Kina, I know, has said things like, oh, this white's really good. There's Stella del Sol this year that I found from Switzerland that Sabine from BNS Seeds got for me. That's supposed to be great. Couple in the category of I'm not really, thank you. I knew it started with a B, Alex. Belarus. Sorry about that. A couple I'm not really allowed to talk about yet, but I will when I can. This is so beautiful, White Heart, isn't it? And again, you see the coloring is not just white. Alex, are you growing any Sophias this year? I think you said you were. So you can see at the bottom, at the nose there, it's got some pink, and then look at that interior. My goodness. That is just beautiful. It looks like a tropical fruit. I am growing her sweet tropical pear, which is another green one. But yeah, I've got FOMO of this one for sure. I know, Kina. That's why I think I've just grown the wrong whites. Whites are so good. You and I definitely seem to have the same taste in tomatoes, so I'm giving them another shot for sure. Your salad also is looking good, so excited for it to keep growing. That's excellent. Awesome sauce. If you're just joining in, welcome. This is May 29th, 2025 episode of Lauren's Tomato Awesome Sauce. Make sure you put hashtag tomato in the comments. I'll be doing a drawing for 5 prizes at the end. They're good prizes. Some of them are, actually all of the seed prizes are from this show today. So hashtag tomato anywhere in the comments. You only need to do it once. And then when the show is over, well, wait, welcome Stacy. Do we have somebody else new named Stacy that I missed? Oh, another newbie here. Hi, Stacy. I missed it. Well, please do the same. If you missed it, please private message me or email me. I'd like to send you a little welcome CD prize. Private message me on Facebook or email me. Let me put up the email address again. It's, there it is. Nice to have you. I hope you enjoy our crazy tomato talk. I just joined the group on Facebook. I was invited by a friend. Yay. Excellent. I know we got a bunch of new members this week from a group called Greenstalk Gardeners. Somebody was looking for a master micro and mini dwarf list, and somebody found one that was listed maybe in Reddit or something like that, it was significant. It had maybe 50 varieties in it, but then a member from our group weighed in. She's like, you need to join Tomato Lovers Collective and swap, because we have one that we have for our group purposes. I'm sure it's made its way out, but what are you going to do? I like to have it for our members, but it's got several hundred varieties in there based all on research of mine and stuff from you guys too, and from all over the world. Any micro or mini dwarf that I'm aware of goes on that list. So if you're one of the new members from Greenstock Gardeners, welcome to the episode too, and the group. All right, let me go down the columns here. I think I'm growing like 3 or 4 varieties by Sofia. Do you remember which ones? The blush on White Heart Sofia. I know, it's so pretty, isn't it? It looks like a tropical fruit. Achilles, yes, you did. I got a green heart of Sofia plant from you at the meetup. And I'm so glad. I'm so glad. It's such fun to give extras of these away to people who will appreciate it. There could have been more, but 27 varieties by Bill Yoder took up a lot of space. I hear you. Last year I did an entire bed by Bill. This year I don't have a full bed of his, but just about. That's my Bill bed. Then I've got 1.5 Sofia beds, one of somebody else. But yes, I wish I could grow all of Bill's. He came out with just so many great things this year. I'm a huge Duran Duran fan, so I feel like I'm cheating on my band by not growing every variety, but I can't. Kina, I'm off to bed. We'll see the rest of the tomatoes tomorrow. Happy birthday, my love. Love you. Sleep tight. Hi, Lisa. These look good, don't they? Okay, so that's green and White Heart of Sofia, which I can't believe I didn't talk about until today. But there you go. Now I've talked about them. Next one, Ridge Runner. I got these from Sean at Bounty Hunter. This is a variety that was developed part of the Millard Murdoch collection. He's the guy responsible for some outstanding tomatoes like Captain Lucky. It's called Ridge Runner, Forgotten Heirlooms, which is the picture in the bottom right. He sells it, although I think he's out of stock. And the photo on the top left is from Secret Seed Cartel. I think they have them in stock, but I'm a huge Millard Murdoch fan. But I have not grown this one. It says it's a rare tomato from the Millard Murdoch collection. I'm describing it as a purple, but it's more of a mahogany color. This info is from the Secret Seed Cartel. Deep purple color when sliced, large beefsteak with green shoulders, which is typical of purple tomatoes. We are thrilled to offer it this year as we love Millard's tomatoes. Nice balanced sweet flavor, juicy yet meaty. Here's a chance to try another winner from Millard Murdoch, the late great Millard Murdoch. He's no longer with us. I haven't seen them sold by other vendors other than one, low seed variety, which means more meat for your bite. Who's grown this one? Who has grown this one? Oh, thanks, Alex. As a Belarusian citizen, I must point out that American amateur tomato breeding is awesome. You are right. I mean, there's some real greats out there. Mark McCaslin is unbelievable. These two guys I keep mentioning, Dr. Coal and Steve Peters, they're awesome. And some of the amateur stuff. Well, I know of a good amateur breeder in Belarus who's pretty awesome too. I know what he's breeding and it's good stuff. Just saying. Karen says, that's why I had to grow all 4 cured tomatoes. Couldn't be disloyal. I know. He released so many Duran Duran. I'm growing a lot of them. Hold Back the Rain, Hungry Like the Wolf, Notorious, Gratitude is from Beastie Boys. But I'm a Gratitude addict. That's the name of my website, so I had to grow that one. Hold Back the Rain. Ironically, my favorite Duran Duran song of all time, he did not have a tomato for, New Religion. He seemed kind of horrified about that too. I kept telling him last year I loved Suffer Well so much. That was part of his Depeche Mode collection. He's like, that should have been named New Religion. But alas, for any of you who are growing Suffer Well this year, I'm growing it again. I know Alex would agree with me. It is a stellar tomato, and I hope that you love it as much as I did. I know Alex thought the same. Ridge Runner, this looks like a candidate for 2026, if available. I'm pretty sure Secret Seed Cartel has them in stock, and I'm pretty sure Bounty Hunter, I believe, has them in stock also. In fact, I know he does. So head on over to Bounty Hunter, give him some business. He's the one that's giving away a lot of seeds for us today. I'll talk to you about those when we get to them. Ridge Runner. You need to have Alex on one of your Friday shows. We actually did last January, but I think it may be time to come back. I agree. If you go back in our episodes, he was on, I think it was January of 2024, January or February, I forget. And he agrees Suffer Well rocks. Akelia is listing her Sofia's cherry syrup, F6 melon liqueur, F6 your smile, Victoria Salute, fiery comet of Sofia, sweet caramel Sofia, something strawberry striped. Is it Riddle of Strawberry Waterfall? There's a couple Strawberry Waterfall ones. The Riddle one is a new split. And then there is a striped one too, as a matter of fact. You've got a nice collection there. I think I know exactly which one you're talking about. And I missed something back here. Let me go back. Andrea just got back from signing on a new house, finally moving from a rental to a place with 2/3 of an acre and room for so many more tomatoes. Oh man, I just got chills, and I'm not even kidding you. And I kind of want to cry. It's like, Kiki, I'm serious. I'm so happy for you. Having that space, it's like a blank canvas, right? You fill it up in no time at all, but I'm so, so happy for you. Congratulations. I am kind of crying. Such a geek. I'm a tomato head through and through. Jessica just got Suffer Well seed, said that I have to wait till next year. It is. I don't know where you live, Jessica. If you can come to any of the get meetups that anybody, either mine and Jen's or somewhere else, if somebody's planning them. And if you're looking to start one in your area, send me or Jen a private message. And there's not much to it. We rented a pavilion at a park now twice. We've rented it again a third time. Everybody else just came and brought stuff, and this year the same thing. So it's not easy, but if you're looking to do something in your area, I know there's talk. I know Rowena's looking to do something up in Manitoba, I think. Got a message from somebody yesterday who's looking to do one down in Mississippi. Jennifer Fox, Malachite Jen was looking to do something out in the Las Vegas area. And I know there's more I'm forgetting. Mayor from Afar, growing Suffer Well this year. Yay. Yay. Achilles growing Suffer Well. Fascination Street, I'm growing that one too. The Chauffeur, I'm growing that one too. Purple Rain, great tomato. Raspberry Beret, great tomato. I was just looking at that review of mine today. That was a 10 on the Brick score. That is a very, very high sugar content, which doesn't necessarily mean it's a great tomato, but this one was. It's very full-bodied flavor. 1999, good tomato. And Intergalactic, I'm not growing that one. Getting a lot of congratulations, Andrea. Heidi's making me buy seeds. Be right back. Of course she is. Dennis is Heidi's husband. Nice, nice guy. They're a very cute couple. I think I said that last week too. Adrian's so excited about all of my Bill Yoder varieties. Yeah, you know what we have to do, Alex? We breed something of Bill Yoder's with something of Sofia's, like art plus art. Does it equal more art? Who knows? I guess we can see. Blah Blah's trying Suffer Well this year too. Twisting his arm, says Heidi. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it doesn't require much twisting. Okay, let's move forward. That was Ridge Runner. This is one that Sean is giving away today for Bounty Hunter Seeds. I'll be honest, I had never heard of it until today. And now I did drop seeds for this today. It's called Dwarf number 9. Other sites call it MAFS, MAF's Brown number 9. It's from the UK. The breeder is somebody named Math Bailey. Sean said it is amazing. Croatian Seed Store does have it in stock, and Bounty Hunter Seeds obviously has it in stock. Let me give you there's the Bene Seeds thing. I'm staring at it right in front of my face. Where is Bounty Hunter? There it is. BountyHunterSeeds.com. Sean's a great guy. He's got a great selection of things like Dwarf Brown number 9. It's a determinate plant about 1 meter high with regular leaf foliage. Fruits are flat, round, and slightly ribbed on the top. Copper brown color, weighing 150 to 300 grams. Fleshy, tasty, very productive. Can be grown in a pot. Recent variety created by Math Bailey of the United Kingdom. That's from Tomato Faifu. I don't think they've updated their site for about a year and a half. So when they say recent, it's not giving me a date, but recent enough. I know they unveiled new stuff last season. So, but I don't know if they updated all of their listings or not. They seem to be going through some ownership issues at the moment, but they're a great resource for sure. Skin with original colors, shades of brick red and orange, becoming coppery brown when fully ripe. Let me expand this for you guys. These are Sean's pictures from Bounty Hunter. Beautiful, right? Has anybody grown this one? Several sites call it Dwarf Brown number 9. I saw at least one site. I think Tomato Faifu, as a matter of fact, have it as Math's Brown number 9. Same tomato. Sean says it's a rare dwarf variety. He got his seeds from Mariana's Heirloom Seeds back in the day before they went out of business. Mid-season tomato with regular leaf foliage. This plant produces these brown tomatoes that have a weight between 2 and 5 ounces. It's very juicy. This plant only grows 3 feet tall. Once again, calling all my container gardeners, which means it can grow in a container. The flavor is a blend of sweet and acidic with a hint of smokiness to it. I like that flavor profile a lot. A lot. Mississippi would be awesome. I'm on the Tennessee-Mississippi border. A Mid-South meetup would be cool. Mississippi, Tennessee, Arkansas. It would. It would. I think that's going to happen. I don't want to advertise out of turn, but somebody is looking to organize that. Darla, you grew Mass number 9 last year. Wonderful tomato. Yay. I love it when somebody's grown it. Some of the stuff's new and that's not possible, but really, that's great to hear. Do you remember how tall yours got, Darla? I dropped seeds thinking that I think I'm still fine as far as first frost. We can often go until the end of October, but if I had to bring it in, it was short enough where I could bring it in. Heidi's growing it this year, Dwarf Brown number 9. Andrew says, thanks everyone. Definitely a joyful day. If my start survived me traveling and then this move, then everyone will get seeds from super strong and resilient plants. All right. When do you get to move in? Or is today the move? Today the move in or the closing? Whatever. I'm excited for you. Okay, moving on. This is the other one that Sean donated. Dwarf Audrey's Love. I know some of you have grown this. I, however, have not. This is part of the Dwarf Tomato Project. It had a lot of people, a lot of hands involved in it, which happens a lot with Dwarf Tomato Project. So for 4 people, they're getting a combined offer of Dwarf Brown number 9 and Dwarf Audrey's Love. So both of these varieties, 5 seeds each for 4 people. I'll do the drawing at the end. This variety is from the Dwarf Tomato Project, only grew to be about 2 to 3 feet tall. The fruits are plum-shaped, paste-type tomatoes. Look at the color. Let me expand this. Alex, I would think you've grown this one, yes? I'm thinking this was a Patrina. Oh, no, it's not a Patrina. It was somebody else, I think. Fruits are plum-shaped, paste-type, deep red with green striping. Flavor is mild but intensifies if cooked like most paste tomatoes. Very productive for a dwarf. It is determinate. Rugo's regular leaf, early to mid-season. It's one of the, according to Tomato 5 Food, it's one of the varieties from the recent kiwi line, crossing dino eggs with an F2 selection from the Lazy family, kangaroo paw brown, and purple Russian. It's got some good genetics there. Fruit of 80 to 120 grams, plum type, slightly stretched in height. Mahogany skin, striped with green, dark green shoulders. Dwarf tree-like plant. And then Victory Seeds, which carries, I think, everything from the Dwarf Tomato Project. They work closely with Craig LaHoulier. They say it was selected out of the kiwi family and named by Robin Bort after her mother, who I guess was Audrey. Along with key contributor Robin Bort, Craig LaHoulier, Lee Newman, Justin Sieglaff, Bill Burke, Susanna Zhevachak, Bill Yoder, Nicole, Diana, Donna Marie Kudrak, Chris Mauschlein, and Desire Summers participated in the development of the variety, with Bill Minke growing out the final selection. That's one of the cool things about the Dwarf Tomato Project is it's very much a group effort, which I think is so cool. Has anybody grown Audrey's Love or Dwarf Audrey's Love? Sign today, moving starts tomorrow. Yay! Yay, yay, yay. James color already won me over, I know, right? I'm shocked that I haven't grown this one yet. Rach says, I love the striped bicolors. I ordered a few other bicolor stripe varieties. I'm switching to dwarfs and micro dwarfs next year. Well, you know who to come to if you need some advice on micros. Well, you can just go to our spreadsheet too, but I'm happy to help out. Audrey's Love is beautiful. I know, I agree. This is my kind of coloring too. I love the kind of purple, brick red, striped bicolors, also the green when ripe, bi and tricolors. Those are really my thing. Jocelyn says, what a unique shape, and coloring on Audrey's Love looks fantastic. Jamie, I almost grew this one and changed my mind at the last minute. And Adrian's growing it this year. Nice. Nice. Hi, Anthony. Happy to have you, my friend. Welcome. Okay, if you're just joining, I see some people are just joining. Make sure you type in #tomato, and I'll be doing some drawings at the end. And this is one of them, Dwarf Audrey's Love. Donated very generously by Sean at Bounty Hunter Seeds. Once again, you can check him out, bountyhunterseeds.com. I know he ships internationally, so it's not just in the United States, which is a good thing. I meant to check this week on the Bene Seeds and forgot. I'm thinking it's only United States, but I could totally be wrong. You may want to check that out. All right, next one. Another one I just ordered from Sean at Bounty Hunter Seeds. It's called Pink Sapphire. I need to expand this so you can see just how outstanding the coloring is on this. You know what they look like? They look like mini Berkeley pink tie-dyes. I mean, not the shape, but the coloring for sure. And that is one of my all-time favorite tomatoes, Berkeley pink tie-dye. Just so happens this, the initial cross was made by Dean Slater, and Brad Gates grew out this one. He worked with the cross and stabilized it. Originally crossed that Dean Slater did. The results ended up to be this gorgeous striped fruit. The flavor is on the sweet side with a hint of acidity. A mid-season plant with regular leaves. They are indeterminate, and they produce a lot of these 2 to 4 ounce fruits. Pink sapphire tomato have many uses, from fresh eating, garnishes, salsa, or even add them to a sauce to enhance the flavor. I bet that makes a very pretty salsa. Has anybody grown pink sapphire or growing it this year? Thank you, Laura. I appreciate your welcome mail when I was brand new. You've all been so, so kind. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. Happy that it made you happy. Hi, Hope. Whoop, whoop, live. Yes, we are. Glad you could join us. Beautiful deep colors. I know. I love that coloring. Berkeley Pink Tie-Dye had it. The Thong by Blaine Horton had it a little bit. It wasn't quite as red. That was a beautiful one. Sufferwell has it, as a matter of fact. Sufferwell has it. He's got Berkeley Pink Tie-Dye in that cross. So very, very pretty. I actually exclaimed out loud at the sight of pink sapphire. It is a beauty, isn't it? Nobody's grown this? We're meant to have one plant for my friend who passed away from cancer, whose name was Dana Audrey. Oh, that is so nice. That is so, so nice. Okay, that's pink sapphire. I have to double check what I'm giving away. Yeah, this is one. I'm giving away one seed package from me, and this is one of them. This is in it. And American Idol is in it too. The other one I haven't talked about yet. I will let you know. But make sure you type in #tomato. Oh, here's the other one. Rumpelstiltskin is another variety by Blaine Horton. Normally not the hugest fans of yellows, but these photos are from different sources, different vendors, and I can't stop staring at it. Let's take a look. This is a dwarf, I think. No. Yes, is a dwarf. Rumpelstiltskin. Look at that interior. Look at the exterior. It's almost translucent. It almost looks like a deep golden jelly bean. Look at that interior. I just can't get around it. It's so beautiful. Has anybody grown Rumpelstiltskin yet? Because I want to hear what it is about and if you liked it. Oh, thanks, Lisa. 85 peeps here. Everyone hit the like button and share. Thank you. I appreciate that. Liked and shared. Thank you, Lisa. I appreciate that. With a name like that, you have to try it and that color. I agree. This has been out for a while, so I'm hoping somebody has grown it. Rumpelstiltskin looks magical, doesn't it? Totally magical. Totally magical. I got these from Bounty Hunter Seeds as well. Jessica's got it growing here. Great plant. Good. And James does catch the eye. You'll have to let us know how it is. Oh, now this says something, Kristen. Love Rumpelstiltskin. Grew it last year, growing it again this year too. And that says a lot. And Jamie wants it just for the name. Median, not a ton of seed. One day I will make a pure yellow salsa. I did this last year. I did a green salsa, yellow salsa. Such fun. I mean, this is during like the craziness of everything, craziness of the season. I had tomatoes coming out of my ears. I also did it with not only salsa, but with sauce. I made like an all yellow tomato sauce. I made a green tomato sauce. It's such fun. But yeah, this one, I just can't stop looking at it. It looks fantastic. I guess I should tell you a bit about it rather than stare at the pictures, right? Developed by Blaine Horton of Mississippi. It's a mid-season tomato plant with regular rugose leaves. It's an indeterminate that will produce until frost if you take care of your plants. Steady producer of these yellow striped fruits that can weigh 5 to 7 ounces. Flavors are sweet and fruity with a little acidity. And then Tomato Faifu says recent strain. Again, what's recent? I don't know. I know Blaine's no longer breeding, but how far back this goes, I'm not sure. Recent strain created and developed by Blaine, named after a supernatural creature from German folklore, Rumpelstiltskin. Yellow fruit from 80 to 150 grams of beefsteak type, flattened and ribbed on the shoulders. Dense beef flesh with the mild flavor of yolks, like spelled like egg yolks. So I'm not sure if that's saying it's earthy or what. I'm not sure. It says yolks in quotes. So I don't know what that means. Spicy lemony touch. Now that I can totally get into. Dwarf but robust plant not exceeding 1.2 meters. No, Tomato 5 was saying it's a determinate with regular foliage. Important. Good production, possibility of growing in a container. Anybody else grown it? It is a dwarf, but learn to definitely prune it because it became 3 plants and got crazy. Some dwarfs can really do that. And you can start, I've already started my sucker farm. For those of you that haven't been around that long, what my sucker farm is once I get things in the ground, or even if my seedlings get so big and I see a sucker coming out of like the armpit from the main stem and the side shoots, those things that grow in like the armpit, you can cut them, put them in soil or water, and they will turn into, you will clone your plant. So I make a lot of fall varieties. When the rest of my plants are petering out, I have these fresh varieties that are around because of my sucker farm. My sucker farm drives Rob crazy because just when he thinks that all the plants are started, then we look over and see a tray of sucker plants. I've made several of Sofia's just within the past few days. I did it. Yeah, I've done it with many varieties. I did it with Earth Angel last year. I've done it with many where I just wanted more plants. So that's my sucker farm, and I like it. Jessica says it's very robust. Rach says it's going on my list. 70 Galway 1 says I'm trying out Sweet Scarlet, Beauty King, and Wild Spudleaf, all dwarfs, along with one you recommended, Vilma, which I love. I'm so glad. I also love Sweet Scarlet Dwarf. I haven't grown Wild Spudleaf, and I did grow Beauty King also. Sweet Scarlet Dwarf, up until last year, I hadn't really found a red that like knocked my socks off, with the exception of Sweet Scarlet Dwarf. That is an amazing tomato. It doesn't look like much. It's got a ton of flavor. I should do a video of my sucker farm and how I do it. I know I need to get better about recording things. I really just want to be out in the garden doing things, but I can record and do the same thing. It's super easy. That's part of my problem. It's super easy. And, it's a lot quicker than starting plants from seed. So if you're looking to have duplicates of a plant, it's very, very easy. Some people put it in water and you can watch the roots grow and transfer it to soil. I will swear by just sticking them in soil just kind of cuts out the middleman and is a little bit quicker. But either way, sometimes it's fun to watch the roots grow. Jen gave me a pepper plant that for whatever reason, when I went to go plant it, it was like cut in half, not physically cut, but it bent. I don't know if it was in transportation or what. And it's one that I didn't know I really wanted until I researched it. It's called, I forget if it's Yellow Ding Dong or Yellow Ding-a-ling. Jen with her dirty names. And I'm not that big of a, I like peppers, but I'm not a maniac about it like I am with tomatoes. Once I researched that and I didn't find much, but I did find one video, I knew I had to have it. So I wasn't sure what you could do with peppers as far as propagating goes. I have it in water right now and I'm seeing little roots come out. Whether it will be in time for this season, I don't know, but it looks like a great variety. Oh, that's such a good idea, James. Just starting some suckers for my sister-in-law. It really is a great way, especially if you start early and your plants are out of control. Chances are, I did a bunch of, actually, I gave Heidi a whole bunch of sucker plants last year, didn't I, Heidi? This is before your collection got as big as it is now. Pixie Fire, Earth Angel, Bill Yoder stuff. She got all sucker plants from those. I had started a little bit earlier last year. This year I succession sowed and I didn't start as early. Paul says, I also have suckers of Sofia varieties in water, Bliss emerald rain, and cherry syrup. Can there be too many Sofia plants? I say no. I vote no, there cannot be. Or Bill Yoder's. Just saying. Yes, you did, says Heidi. Yeah, it was fun. I did give you sucker plants too. Yes, B times Macbeth. I got to meet Deb in person last year. I was up in New Hampshire for a wedding a little over a year ago. And it wasn't that close to where she is, but she traveled like an hour and a half to come see me. And we exchanged some plants. I got some great plants from Deb. Indian Reservation, Alchemist. Some of my favorites of the season came from Deb. I know at least B times Macbeth was a sucker plant. I know I gave you Carl's Emsland Traube. I forget which other ones I gave you. But yeah, you're physically cloning that variety when you do that. So it's a lot of fun. And you can do it even if your suckers are small. If you wait to get them a little bit bigger, it may pay off. But yeah, you can do them when they're really small. I did do a video on cloning micro dwarf plants, suckers from micro dwarf plants. One of my very first videos, if you scroll back, I think it's called something like, can you clone micro dwarf tomatoes or something like that? And you can. The problem is most micros, their suckers are so tiny, but you can do it. It just takes some patience. Breeding micros is challenging because the flowers fall off. They're so tiny. But it is fun. I'm getting some great stuff. I can't wait to share one day with you guys. Eric, you almost missed it. Yes, you did. Glad you're here now. Make sure you type in #tomato. Okay. We are winding down. I've got a couple more. Maybe 4 or 5 more. It's funny, I was going to end early today because I have not been feeling good the past couple days and my tremors got bad. But I'm like, I bet if I go live, it'll make me forget about it. My tremors aren't that bad. I did take some medication. Nothing really fun, but it is medication that helps with the tremors. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good right now. I almost considered canceling too, but I knew if I just went live, I would kind of forget about it. Okay. Haley, calling Haley. It's a white. This is called buttercream. This is another new one bred by Dr. Conti Rowall and Steve Peters, sold at Bene Seeds. Are you here, Haley? Let me know if you're out there. They're from the United States. It says, introducing buttercream, developed by Dr. Conti Rowall and Steve Peters. Buttercream is a unique tomato variety celebrated for its subtle colors and complex flavors. It's an indeterminate, which allows for extended harvesting period as the plant continues to grow and produce fruit throughout the season. Makes an excellent choice for gardeners looking for a steady supply of tomatoes. Produces ivory white to pale yellow fruits, each weighing between 150 to 180 grams. Where's Haley? Where are you, Haley? Where did I leave off? The coloration of the tomatoes adds a distinctive visual appeal to this cultivar, making it a standout in any garden or dish. Offers a pleasing, mild, yet complex flavor, which is just very intriguing to me. Mild, yet complex is very intriguing to me. Accompanied by a good texture, making it ideal for those who appreciate a subtler tomato taste. I'm not usually one of those, but I don't know if I'm going to stick seeds in soil. I might. I don't know. I need to leave off somewhere. I've got a couple whites already, but I did order some and they look fantastic. And I've become a big fan of these two breeders doing this work. Its unique flavor profile makes it perfect for gourmet dishes or enhancing salads and sandwiches. So once again, this is another variety like Cherokee short steak and like American Idol that's available at Bene Seeds. Let me give you their information, BENE seeds.com. They are a little bit pricey, but the quality is outstanding. They do sell a lot of Fred Hempel's F1 hybrids like Benevento Marmo. Those you will pay more for than the open pollinated varieties. And don't order from them just yet. I do have one more. I think it's the very last one I'm going to talk about is also one of theirs that can be ordered. So if you're looking to put together an order from Bene Seeds, I would hold off for a couple minutes. I'll be done soon. Anybody else? Oh, here you are, Kaylee. I'm here and I need it. Yes, you do need it. Oh, that's nice, Nicole. Sorry you aren't feeling well. I appreciate you doing this, but would totally understand if you weren't up to it. And I totally know that. Thank you. I do know that. I know you guys would completely understand. I'm actually feeling really good right now. When I get the tremors, my head gets fuzzy. Vision is a problem. I have swallowing problems, probably TMI, but it gets really scary. So I have to be super careful when I'm eating, when I get into this whole neurological stuff. And I was out in the garden earlier chomping on some chips, and I had an episode. I knew I wasn't going to choke to death, but if you've ever had something really stuck down there that wouldn't move down, you know it hurts a lot. And it went on for like 10 minutes. But I have had instances where I thought I'm a goner. So you have to be super careful. It's not all the time at all. This does not happen all the time, but generally they all happen together. Okay. That's happened to me before. When I first started getting neurological stuff, it was about 10 years ago. I've had lupus and fibromyalgia for 23 years, but the neurological stuff came on after I had a virus, I think. Is that what brought it out? Yeah, I never had those things before. And I was in the hospital for a while for them to try to figure out what was going on. They never really did. Some doctors think I really have MS and not lupus, but a lot of the stuff, the symptoms are similar, and it doesn't really matter what I have because the treatment's the same. But I've had to do swallow tests, which are kind of fascinating. You have to eat something, and it's almost like a you see like an ultrasound of your whole swallowing. And what happens with me is the choreography, if you will, doesn't like things that lag behind. And believe it or not, there's so much involved in swallowing that you would never know because we take it for granted. But it's quite amazing when things are out of sync is really what happens to me. That's why things get stuck. It's very weird. It's very weird. And honestly, out of everything I deal with, that is the most scary. It's not too bad, though. I mean, it happened this afternoon. That wasn't too bad. Thanks, Jocelyn. I relate, and the neuro symptoms can be really scary. Yeah. Yeah, I would deal with the pain any day of the week over that stuff. But it is not as bad, knock on wood, it is not as bad as it used to be years ago. So I'm very, very grateful. Oh, good night, Claudia. That's okay. I wasn't looking for sympathy. Sorry, you guys. I just feel like I can tell you anything. And I'm really, really glad to be here. I'm glad I didn't cancel. But if it ever gets bad enough, I would do it, and I have done it before. I think only once, but I would. It's good for me. It's good to do stuff that puts you in a state of flow. And that's what I talk about in my other group, Attitude of Gratitude with Chronic Pain, is coming to a place of acceptance. You don't have to like it, but you do need to accept it. And once you come to a place of acceptance, and this isn't just chronic pain, this is like with all of our psychological, mental, emotional pain in our lives. Accepting things helps us to move forward. Otherwise, we're just staying stuck and you say, I don't like this, I don't like this, I don't like this. And no, we don't like it, whatever the situation is. But when we do things like this, like tomato gardening, talking with each other on a tomato show, it helps put me in a state of flow where you frequently can forget. I've forgotten pretty much the entire episode until I started talking about it. So I'm grateful for all of you for being here and for our joint love of tomatoes. Okay, so that's buttercream. Couple more. This one has been on my wish list for quite some time. And a very kind member, haven't seen her here today. I know she'll be watching though. A very kind member found it for me. She was able to order from a vendor that has it in stock. Parker Hatley. Doesn't sound like an Italian variety, but it is. It's a variety from Italy. I think she saw it on a seed seeking Saturday of mine like a month or two ago, and she just keeps wanting to find things for me, which is I'm so grateful for. I found out about this one from the Good Mind Seeds, Phil Senega's website. It is not one of his though, but it's a paste tomato. And let me tell you the history. It's kind of interesting, but Craig LaHoulier and Dr. Carolyn Mill were pretty much responsible for bringing it, I was going to say to the masses. It is still not easy to find at all. But they brought it, somebody named Parker Hatley got it from Italy, and he presented it. Oh, I'm assuming Parker's a he, but it could be a she too, right? It was first offered in the Seed Savers catalog in 1991 by Carolyn Mill. Tatiana's tomato base, that's very, and they compare it to paste tomatoes such as Opalka, which is, along with Little Napoli, my favorite paste tomato. I don't generally grow paste tomatoes because I use all of my tomatoes in paste, but those were both very good. Opalka is a very old heirloom, and Little Napoli is an F1 variety that I've been dehybridizing for years, calling it Little Napoleon. It's a very different plant now, but those are compact. You can get the F1 seeds for it, and those are delicious. So if you have F1 seeds for that, I would recommend trying to grow that. Achille, I think you're growing that, are you not? I think we talked about this. Even big box stores will often sell this variety. That's the first time I ever grew it. We got a little plant years and years ago, and now I have the F1 seeds. Anyway, let's get back to Parker Hatley. And thank you to my friend Nancy for finding this and ordering it for me. Tatiana's tomato base, very tall and vigorous plants with regular leaf foliage, produce lots of perfectly shaped pears, 2 to 6 ounces, very high yield. Fruits are juicy with excellent balanced flavor, great for salad, can also be used for canning. This variety is now becoming a very rare find. It has not been listed at Secret Seed Exchange yearbook since 2003. Now, I don't know when this Tatiana's tomato base was last updated, but I searched high and low for Parker Hatley, could not find it. I found it one place, which is where Nancy got it for me from, that I was not able to order from. What is the name of it? Heritage Hobby Seed. Hang on. Do I have it? Oh, Heritage Hobby Arc, something like that. Hang on. I would write it down. Heritage Hobby Seed Arc, yes. And they are in Canada. Don't think they ship to the United States. But in fact, I had my friend Olivia order a couple things for me from there also. So obviously they don't ship to the United States. Are you guys in Canada? Are you in your postal strike yet? I haven't heard anything. All right, let's get back to this. 180 grams, cylindrical and elongated plum shape, variable in shape, most often pear-shaped with sometimes a nipple at the apical end. Flesh with thick walls, semi-hollow cavity containing little gel, well-balanced flavor, ideal for making stuffed dishes, sauces, and coulis. Vigorous plant, large growth, regular foliage, generous production from mid-season to frost. And Heritage, it's right here in front of me, Heritage Hobby Seed Arc says, top quality fruit, one of the best, tall indeterminate plants, very high yields if well cared for. Red fruits are shaped like sturdy, stout little pears. Unique, terrific aroma when, this isn't where I had Olivia order from me, it just came to me. Totally different place. Stout little pears, unique, terrific aroma when freshly cut, can be a little juicy in a rainy summer, a real alpha in the canning tomato verse. Anybody ever grown Parker Hatley? I forget how it got onto my radar, but I had heard how great it was, and then of course I kept running into dead ends as to where to get seeds. I'm pretty good at finding seeds. I was running into dead ends. I probably could have reached out to Craig. I try not to do that unless I really have to, though. Where are we at? I have dysphagia too with my muscle disease and neuro. Totally understand. Ugh, my niece has achalasia, needed surgery. I'm not sure what that one is. Yeah, that stinks. My mom has MS. She deals with similar. Hugs friend. I'm sorry to hear that, Jamie. Yeah, I'm okay. Most of the time, I don't deal with these neurological stuff. It used to happen a whole lot more than it does today. So I'm really grateful for that. And I'm convinced that the way we eat, once I started eating plant-based, and I'm not saying it cures anything at all. I'm just saying for me, it has helped. You know, some people go gluten-free and it makes all the difference with whatever they're dealing with. That's what a plant-based diet has given to me with all of my symptoms. Doesn't mean they've gone away. I still deal with pain, but it's a whole lot better. And it's been 4 years. 4 years. Oh gosh, I got occipital neuralgia from an injury, and it sucks. I bet it does. Yeah, see, we're all dealing with something, whether it's physical, emotional, PTSD, whatever. If you guys want to join my other group, it's called Attitude of Gratitude with Chronic Pain. And we aren't just for physical pain. What we deal with in the group is things like acceptance and finding things to do, like journaling. And I call them breath breaks every day, but like mini meditations, and not that I record, but I find on YouTube. And we deal with the emotional aspect of living with chronic pain and illness. And that, I am convinced, I've written a few books. Pain is pain, whether it is emotional, financial, mental, physiological. Pain is pain. The way we all deal with it, or the way it affects us, is all the same. So I would love to have, I know many of you have joined my group already. Or if you have somebody in your life that has a chronic condition, we welcome support people too. So would love to welcome you all. Good night, Kenneth. It's not my night to cook. You're a good man. We love you. I love the inside is cute and uniform. I know. I feel like, oh, I did put seeds in soil today. I was going to say, I feel like I need to drop seeds in soil. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Like 4 varieties today. You lunatic. Hi, Deborah. Very late. Hi, everyone. That's okay. I think we have 2 more, and then you can watch the show back. All right, where are we? Make sure you type in #tomato. You have to pay them directly, e-transfer. Okay. And that's for anywhere in the world? Not a bad deal. Okay. Hey, Heidi. Happy to see you and everyone. My Heidi's Wicked Good is one of my biggest seedlings. It looks wicked good. I can't wait. Yeah, you're all weighing in on things you're struggling with. I'm so sorry to hear that. Would really love to welcome you into AOG. You don't have to do anything. Everything's optional. We have some sister groups too, like a journaling club and a book club. But you just never know when somebody may post a quote, a little nugget of something that may help you get through your day. And those of you who are members, you hopefully know what I'm talking about. Okay, Parker Hatley. Heidi, have you grown this one? I know you keep up with a lot of the older stuff. I know Craig got this one from Carolyn Mail years and years ago. And I know you and Craig switch or exchange pretty freely. I would love to talk to somebody who's grown this. Oh, thanks, Tiffany. AOG is a great group. I love going through the positive posts. And they're always positive because we know what the negative is. We know what the problem is. We know what our pain is. We don't need to sit there. There are other groups where you can talk about those specifics. We just aim to help you get like I said, a little nugget that may help you get through your day. And I would love to do that. I have not. I do have 16 other pastes. Haha. Yeah, I think I need to see if this will grow for me this year. Hoping. I just got seeds today from a very generous member who was looking for me. I could not find them. Oh, thanks, Lisa. You make me cry. Very awesome of you to do that for people with struggles. I have a long story. If you go on to gratitudeaddict.com is my website for the other hat I wear. And I've got quite a story that was a very bad thing that had a very happy ending. And June 20th, just a little under a month, I will be celebrating 12 years of sobriety. I did a special show on it last year, gave away lots of prizes. I'll be doing that again today. These tears are gratitude for sure. And so paying it forward is a privilege. So many of us struggle. Okay, this next one's one by Dean Slater, another one by Dean Slater. Not easy to find either. It's called Racer X. Cultiv Taru sells it. Dean Slater's a breeder from the United States. He bred that one with Bill Gates we talked about a couple minutes ago. What was that? Where did it go? Where did it go? Heidi, have you grown Red House freestanding? I talked about that one a couple minutes ago too. Blaine Horton told me that one's fantastic and to get my hands on it, so I did. I don't know where it went. Not buttercream, not Rumpelstiltskin. Pink Sapphire. That was the other one. Dean Slater did the cross. Brad Gates finished it up. So I don't know why I haven't grown this one before other than I do have seeds, but they're not that easy to find because you guys know I'm a sucker for green when white. I sound like Bugs Bunny. Or no, Elmer Fudd. And the genetics of this, while we don't know exactly, or I don't know exactly, they sound great. So let me read you what Dean Slater said himself. He said this is one he's extremely proud of. It's by far one of the most delicious greens out there. Disease resistant, high yield, but most of all, very, very tasty. And he said he used the very best green when ripe tomatoes I could find in this one. He doesn't, at least the information I found, he doesn't say which ones, and maybe he keeps that stuff close to the vest. I'd be shocked if Malachite box wasn't in there, but I don't know that. That's just my speculation and projecting onto him what the best green when ripe tomato is. It is a multiple parent cross of 5 varieties of the very best greens. Always nice and uniform and little to no scarring on the blossom end, and they can get large but are mostly medium-sized. He says, my Racer X should be in everyone's collection. Yes, Francis. Dean Slater bred that delicious red cherry Lamont Sanford that I posted yesterday. It's awesome. Thank you all for, those of you down south are getting tomatoes already, for posting your reviews. I'm so glad that you guys know that we love to see your reviews for everybody. And that was a great review. It made me want to grow it. Lamont Sanford. I have the Fred Sanford cherry, but I do not have Lamont Sanford, I don't think. But it looked really, really good. Rach says, it's similar looking to Tennessee Spears green. I am growing. I hope it grows anyway. Riverdale, meaning Riverdale green? Is that what you mean, Lisa? Or is there somebody else? There's somebody in our group that goes by Riverdale Garden, so I wasn't sure if you were talking to them or not. Racer X looks like a winner, says Nicole. I agree. Malachi Jen, have you grown this? What's wrong with us? What is wrong with us? How have we not grown Racer X? Man, I have to start seeds now, don't I? I talk myself into these things. I do hold tight, and I'm like, nope, not going to do anymore. And then they come in the mail. I think I've actually had this one for a while. This didn't come in today's mail. But I wanted to put at least one green in here. I know I did Sofia's green heart. And I was looking through stuff I haven't looked at before or haven't shared with you guys. I think I did this when I did or I talked about it briefly when I did the Cultiv Taru unboxing. when they were still taking orders from the United States, which they no longer are again. Um, they have it in stock. I think Sean at Bounty Hunter, he may have them. He may have them. You want to check. He carries a lot of Dean Slater and Blaine Horton varieties. So my first experience with green tomatoes was seeds my brother went from you. Is that right? Wonderful. I don't know if you're talking to me or not. I need Lamont Sanford. Hopefully he has and Sons. For those of you overseas that may not know what we're talking about, there was a show on in the 70s here called Sanford and Sons. And it was his old man and his son. They were, I think, car mechanics, right? Were they car mechanics? They had like a garage. Very, very funny show. And so Lamont Sanford was the son, Fred Sanford was the father. I'm not sure if that show ever made it overseas or not. Oh, well, I'm glad to hear that, Lisa. Really glad to hear that. Which one? Which one did I give him? Oh, oops. Wait, Malachi Jen. New to me, never heard of it until now. It's on the list now. What's wrong with us? We know all the greens, we thought. Especially greens bred in the United States by Dean Slater. Sometimes I think I'm focused so much on the stuff overseas that I forget to see what's in my own backyard. But it's not available at many places. Let me check Bounty Hunter. I think Sean sent me, I think he sent me seeds for this, but I'm pretty sure I may have gotten them from Cultiv to Rue. I don't see it at Bounty Hunter. But you guys can Google and junkyard. That's what it was. That was going to be my second guess. It was a junkyard. Thanks, Terry. I can still hear the theme song in my head. Bounty Hunter has Lamont Sanford. I wish I had known that before I placed my order last week. Junkyard, yeah. Junk dealers, you guys are right. You guys are right. Okay. The US version of Steptoe and Son from the UK. Oh, really? So we copied it from the UK. I did not know that. How funny. What egos we have, right? Like everything originated in the United States. What egos. Yes, thank you, Deb. I knew I wasn't completely crazy. Car Mechanics was Chico and the Man. Sanford and Sons were junk collectors, I think. Yes. And those of you who are young, you won't have any idea what we're talking about. I was still pretty young when those were on, but it was like early to mid 70s, wasn't it? So I wasn't that old. Maybe a little later. It lasted a while, I think. If Bounty Hunter had it, I would have bought it. I always shop GWR selection first. Yeah. See, now I'm obligated to grow this. You know what it's like. Now I'm obligated because we need seeds in the group. This, I knew about The Office, Darla. I did know that Ricky Gervais had a hilarious version. I love British TV shows, by the way. I don't know if I've ever shared that. British cop mysteries. Call the Midwife is like my favorite show of all time. That and Freaks and Geeks. Love it, love it, love it. Also love not Judge Judy. Nurse Jackie. Whatever. But I love British TV. Love it. I love all the actors there. I love how the actors in the UK look like normal people and not like supermodels. They've got wonky teeth, not all of them, but I love British TV. They sure do like their mysteries over there, don't they? I'm old. You and I both. I was like 12. I may have been around 12. Maybe I'm thinking I was younger. I want to say it started in like 73, 74, right? It lasted several years. So yeah, I was born in 1969. Are you calling me old? I'm not calling anybody old. I'm old. Yes, Nicole. I can still hear Fred saying, Lamont, you big dummy. I just found out that Jack, that's how Blaine and I got in the conversation. Thank you, Darla. I just found out that Jack's Red is a cross of Dwarf Red House. What was it? That's how I couldn't remember how we got on the subject. Red House freestanding. So, and Cherokee Green. That's exactly. Thank you for reminding me. Yes. And Jackass Green is the same as Shamrock Dwarf, he told me. So if you're like me and you had both varieties, just know that he said one was a user-friendly name, but they are both the same variety, Shamrock Dwarf and Dwarf Jackass Green. Thank you, Darla. I did know that and I forgot. I knew it seemed like a weird thing that we would just bring up out of the blue. It's but when I was helping or when I was putting together his breeder resource sheet, he offered me that information. And that's when he said, if you get your hands on Red House freestanding, you need to hang on to those seeds because it's great. Do you love Freaks and Geeks too? Best show ever, right? So grateful they put it on Netflix. Rob and I were big fans when it first aired. And what doesn't seem like that long ago, but it was 1999. It only lasted one season, and I don't understand why, because it was the best show. And I'm really happy Netflix has given it life. My kids love it. It's just the best show. And so many stars came out of that show, did they not? James Franco, Seth Rogen, Linda Cardellini, like just about everybody turned out to be a big star. Fantastic show. Plus reruns. Oh yeah. I'm pretty sure we weren't watching first run, definitely reruns, and rerun reminds me of another show. What was that show? Not the Jeffersons. The one with Raj. What was that show? I can't remember that show, but Rerun was a character of that one. The late, great Freddie Prinze. Yeah, he was great. You've never heard of Freaks and Geeks? I believe it's still on Netflix. Run, don't watch to watch this show. I think the reason Judd Apatow and Paul Feig put together this show before they were super famous, and they said they feel like it was canceled because it was an hour long, and it was sort of a comedy and sort of a drama, and they kept switching around the time zones or the time slots that it got, and nobody really knew what to do with it. But yes, Good Times. That's the name of the show, Good Times. But I'm so glad. Maybe it's off of Netflix now. Hopefully it will come back. It's the best show ever. You've got to trust me. I've never known anybody to not like it. Okay, on from Racer X. I think we have one or two more. Yes, two more. What time? Ooh, going on 2 hours. We were doing well on time until I started going off on all these tangents. Welcome to my world. Welcome to my show. If it's your first time watching, sorry. Okay, this next one, I can't believe I haven't talked about this one yet either because I grew it. I grew it last year. I don't know why. I obviously talked about it on my 2024 Grow List show, but I don't think I've talked about it. I do have an Instagram review up. So if you follow me on Instagram, and if you don't, I would appreciate if you do follow me. I put some pretty detailed reviews up on my Instagram. It's at Mr. and Mrs. Tomato Head. This one's seeds that I got from a tomato friend from Poland last year. It's called Zoloto Kakasi. Translates to gold of Cacaxia. Hard to find information on the origin for this. There is a the region of Caucasia is in Russia, so it could be German, but I can't find anything that confirms that, so I'll just leave it off for now. This was a beauty. Let's take a closer look. I grew about 4 things that looked very similar to this last year. Her Majesty's Grandmother was one. Isike Crystal by Elefirov was another. Clairvoyant Sorcerer, right, Deb? There was one more. Anyway, they all looked like exactly the same fruit wise. This one won out as far as the flavor and production. Um, Here's what I wrote in my review. I received seeds for this mysterious beauty from a friend in Poland last spring. I don't think it's all that mysterious anymore. I think more people were carrying it this year. I don't remember. Tomato Eden might have it. I don't remember. It's a variety I could find very little information on when I wrote this review. Perhaps Russia is the origin of this beautiful bicolor heart that produced right up until first frost, is an indeterminate, regular leaf, mid to late season variety that outperformed every other plant around it. I could not go out to the garden in August, September, October without being able to harvest at least 5 of these heart-shaped fruits that were pure tomato art, and they were. I grew a few, I have it right in my review. I grew a few varieties this year that resembled Zoloto Kakasi, including Her Majesty's Grandmother and Eastside Crystal. Zoloto Kakasi outperformed them all, and the flavor was just wonderful. The fruits averaged around 11 ounces or 311 grams. Slicing into these gold and pink stunners gifted you with eye candy, a beautiful interior with lots of seeds and goo, and a prominent hot pink interior running down the center. The flavor was good and got better as the season went on. It absolutely tasted like you were eating a peach. I forgot that. It totally did. So the interior looked like a ripe peach, and one of the things New Jersey is known for in summer are peaches. Not as much as Georgia, but we do have great peaches, blueberries, of course, tomatoes, and corn. You can see the photo on the right is my refractometer, and it measured 5.5 on the refractometer, which is pretty sweet. I mean, it definitely gets sweeter, but for me, and I like tanginess along with the sweet. I don't like just sweet, which is why I tend to stay away from solid oranges, solid yellows. But bicolors definitely often offer the tanginess that I enjoy. Sweet with mild acidity. Zoloto Kakasi would be a great choice for those liking tomatoes that are fruitier than tangy. It was our favorite out of the other varieties that looked similar. A true work of tomato art. That was a privilege to grow in our 2023. I don't know why I wrote 2023 garden. This was 2024. Whoops, that review's been up a while. 2023. I wonder if I put it up around the new year or something. No, that doesn't make any sense. Anyway, we rated it a 7 out of 10, and the bricks was a 5.5. Anybody growing this year? I know I gave away lots of seeds. Jamie, Wonder Years, that was a great show too. Oh, Rerun and Raj was What's Happening. Yeah, that was a good one too. Stacy, What's Happening? We're going down memory lane today. Lovely coloring, says your Christina. I know. Oh, good. You love the off topics. I'm glad. Lisa's growing this one. So excited for it. Good. The leaves were not all that wispy. I didn't put that in the review, but they were wispy because of it being a heart, but not as wispy as some others. I really should add that to the review. Also, I should change the date. It was a 2024. It was not a 2023. Whoops. Glad I read that out loud. I just labeled this year's seeds as 2024. Yeah, I'm sure it's easy. I'm still not used to 2025, but I can't screw up on the tomato year. That's important knowledge. So that's Zoloto Kakasi. And I was going to end it there. And then there's one more that is by the breeders of the moment from Bene Seeds that I wanted to share for you guys in case you're putting together an order. Another one by Dr. Conte Roel and Steve Peters. And for those of you that really like Sun Gold and you've been searching for an open pollinated variety that tastes the same, I have not tried this new variety of theirs. It's called California Sun Gold, but they claim that it's, well, let's read what they claim. I don't want to put words in their mouth. Developed by breeders Conte Roel and Steve Peters, California Sun Gold cherry tomatoes embody the best qualities of the hybrid Sun Gold in an open pollinated form. Just in case you guys out there don't know, regular Sun Gold is a hybrid variety. It's hybrid, or can also be labeled F1 at the end. That means it's a Japanese company that puts it that part doesn't mean it's a Japanese company. Let's end that there. A Japanese company is the breeder of the true Sun Gold hybrid, and they have a selected formula that puts out these one seeds that will give you a true Sun Gold variety. Many people try to grow out various generations of Sun Gold, but you will never be growing a true Sun Gold tomato again. So you will get something, at least in the first generation, that will look similar, maybe even taste a little similar too. But the more you grow it out, it starts to resemble more of the parents. And so you're not really growing a true Sun Gold. Sun Gold is often people's very favorite cherry tomato. For me, it's a good cherry. It's not my favorite, but it's up there. It's a very sweet, delicious variety. And so these amazing breeders who put tons of work into their varieties have come out with this variety called California Sun Gold, which is an open pollinated, which means you can save seeds from it. Now, is it as good as the regular Sun Gold? We don't know yet. This is brand new. So unless somebody has helped them with stabilization, none of us know yet. But look at this interior before I go on. Look at the coloring. Isn't that beautiful? Okay. So what do they say? It's indeterminate, vigorous vines that mature around 75 days after transplanting. It adapts well to various growing conditions, known for its robustness and steady productivity throughout the season. The tomatoes are golden, sweet, and resistant to cracking. That's something that Sun Gold is not resistant to. And, they're so delicious, you overlook it, but they are prone to cracking. So this apparently is not. Enhancing their appeal and durability. Their ideal size makes them perfect for snacking, salads, or transforming into rich sauces and pastes. It is celebrated for its sweet, tart, and fruity flavor, making it extremely versatile in the kitchen. Whether enjoyed fresh, roasted to bring out its sugars, or grilled, these tomatoes stand out for their culinary adaptability and resistance to common problems like blossom end rot. The strong growth habit of California Sun Gold requires staking or trellising, supports a high yield of delicious, large fruits, promising a bountiful harvest. So once again, this is available from Bene Seeds. The Cherokee Short Steak is available from there. American Idol is available from there. What else did I talk about from there today? Let me go back. American Idol. This one. Oh, Buttercream. That was the other one that's from them. So you can go to their website at beneseeds.com. You can also get all of Fred Hempel's older varieties and his hybrids there, Benevento Marmo. And they carry some other varieties as well. And they've got tons and these aren't even all that they have available there. But I wanted to offer that in case anybody's putting together an order. They are pricey. Perhaps I saw people last week, maybe you want to share an order with somebody. They are generous with their seeds. I think they say there's 25 in each, but I want to say they're even more generous than that. At least that has been my experience. Okay, that's it. That's all we got today. So let's give away some prizes. Before we do that, let me just, for those of you that joined late, let me just scroll through. Our first one is one of theirs too. It's called American Idol. Beautiful red. Cherokee Short Steak I talked about last week. That's another one of theirs that I am dropping seeds into soil for that for sure. No question. Red House Freestanding. Blaine Horton says this is one that you want to get seeds for and you want to grow. Green Heart of Sofia. Yummy, yummy in my tummy. White Heart of Sofia. Ridge Runner from the Millard Murdoch collection. One of his I have not grown yet, but I'm looking forward to at some point. Dwarf Brown No. 9 or Maff's Brown No. 9 from the UK. Those you can find at Bounty Hunter Seeds. Dwarf Audrey's Love you can find from Bounty Hunter Seeds and other places as well. Pink Sapphire, again, Bounty Hunter Seeds. Rumpelstiltskin. I got mine from Bounty Hunter Seeds. Could you tell I just got my order from him today? It's not everything either. Buttercream, again from Bene Seeds. Parker Hatley, got from my friend Nancy. Thank you, Nancy. You can also get it from that what I say, Heritage Hobby Seed Arc. Is that what it was called? Yep, Heritage Hobby Seed Arc in Canada, I believe. Racer X, you can get that from Cultive Taru if you're able to order from them. Not sure where else. From Dean Slater, all the parents of 5 of what he considers the best tasting greens. Yum. Zoloto Kakasi, I highly recommend that one. 7 out of 10. And California Sun Gold. Okay, so let's give away some seeds. So if you missed what we're giving away today, Sean from Bounty Hunter Seeds sent with my order some extras to give away. So it's for a group on there. He's a very generous guy. He also always includes a gift with purchase, and he tries to make it something he knows you will like based on your order. He's very generous that way. So for 4 people, we're giving away a pack of 5 seeds of each of Brown number 9, Dwarf Brown number 9, and Dwarf Audrey's Love. So we'll do that one first, and then mine is for 1 person. 5 seeds each for Pink Sapphire, Rumpelstiltskin, and American Idol. All right, so let's do the 4 from Sean first. And thank you, Sean, if you're watching. Thank you for your generosity and just being you. You're wonderful. Okay, let's go here. I officially canceled that other winning wheel thing that I had to pay for because this wasn't working. I hope I don't regret it. But this is free with EV Mux and the other one's not. Hector, congratulations, Hector. I got your envelope with stamps yesterday, so I can add it into that. That was just today. Yeah, it was just today I got it. Time flies. Okay, next one. And you won something last week too, Hector. Did you not? Yeah, I owe you a lot. You're a big. You should go play the lottery. Okay, number 2. Martha H. Little Bolivian. Congratulations, Martha. Please private message me on Facebook would be the best. If you don't have Facebook or don't have Messenger, you can email me. And let me put my email address up. And for those of you who were brand new today to the broadcast, make sure you email me. I'd like to send you a little welcome package, some seeds. Okay, next one. More. Kim, congratulations, Kim. Did you win last week too? I haven't gotten last week's prizes out yet. Congratulations, Kim. And the last one for Sean's. We were up to 98 live viewers at one point. I don't know if we got above 100, but that's pretty cool. Paul Coster. Congratulations, Paul. It's probably Coster, right? Okay, before I do the last one, in case you haven't been here since the beginning, next week starts once a month on the first Thursday of the month. I'm teaming up with Inspired Garden Life. They're going to sponsor all the prizes for the show on the first Thursday of the month. Inspired Garden Life, for those of you that don't know, responsible for all these great t-shirts. Many of us became tank top testers, and this is one with our new logo, which is fantastic. I also have t-shirts and long sleeves. They're coming out with child sizes just in time for Father's Day. So that will be next week. So, and they are giving, when I tell you they're being generous, like we're not talking one shirt. And it's not even just shirts. They're giving away gift cards and everything. I told them, like, I want you to make money. They are just the nicest people. So make sure you join in. Oh, we're at 99 live viewers. Somebody tell somebody to come in so we get to 100. Okay. So the next prize, this one comes from me. It is Pink Sapphire, Rumpelstiltskin, and American Idol. Excited for that American Idol. We dropped 2. Oh, 3. Oh, well. Okay. Maybe we hit 100 and I just wasn't noticing. Last one. I sure wish this thing was faster, but at least it works. Oh, one woof. Congratulations, oh, one woof. Please email me or private message me. You've won recently too, have you not? You guys are lucky. Lucky, lucky. And thank you guys all for watching the show. So Tuesday, in case you missed this announcement, also Tuesday, last year I did live garden tours on Tuesday. Tried it this Tuesday. It was a hot mess. My Wi-Fi is just stinky. So what I'm going to do is film it right before I upload it, and it will be a premiere. So I'll have it come out at 4:00 Eastern Standard Time, same time as this show and that one started, and we will watch it together, and I can answer questions and all of that. Or you can watch it later too. It will be pre-recorded, but I'm going to set it as a premiere to air at the time I would have ordinarily done my garden tours. I wish I could get around it. Alas, I cannot, because the Wi-Fi just stinks and nothing I can do about it. And I'd like for you to have a pleasurable experience and for me to not be spewing F-bombs every 2 seconds. Not that you heard them, but in my head I was. So thank you guys. I will see you on Tuesday. Hope you all have a wonderful weekend. Best of luck for those of you who need things to germinate, and best of you guys, luck for you guys planting out. Wishing you all an epic season. And as always, if anybody has any questions about where to get some of these varieties, please feel free to private message me. I answer any questions. So until next time, let's put our tunes on.